Hola, ¿qué tal? Estamos de vuelta en Kingdom Come Deliverance. Vamos a continuar con nuestra historia. En el vídeo anterior habíamos hecho diferentes tareas. La más importante es que habíamos averiguado algo de el bandido al que estamos buscando, de los cómplices que estamos buscando, y la pista nos lleva a la aldea de Ledenco. Mientras también habíamos robado un anillo para el molinero, pero como aún no se ha despertado, pues vamos a marcharnos y ya se lo entregaremos otro día, porque además tenemos una orden de búsqueda en Rataje, es decir, tenemos que pagar una multa por haber robado este anillo. Por eso que será mejor que nos vayamos algunos días y ya cuando se haya tranquilizado todo, pues podemos volver. A ver, voy a volverme a cubrir con todas las armaduras. Y de hecho lo que puedo hacer es dejar... Puedo dejar en el cofre... Veamos. No, el anillo de los baños no. Puedo dejar estos arcos que no me sirven. Este bacinete tampoco me sirve. No llevo la virgantina puesta. Vale. Cofia. Veamos. Daga llevo dos. Vale, pues con una me sirve. Flechas. Veo que tenemos muchas. Dejaré algunas en el caballo. Esto también fuera. Esto no puedo moverlo. Estos objetos que tienen esta, como este solecito, no puedo moverlos. De aquí... Ah, es verdad, era el mapa 11 el que habíamos hecho la última vez. Vale, creo que muchas de las otras cosas las puedo dejar en el caballo. A lo mejor los zapatos de noble los puedo dejar también. Vale, pues ahora sí vamos a coger a nuestro jamelgo y vamos a ir hacia Ledenco. Veamos, que aquí me faltaba la virgantina y voy a ponerme esto para limpiarlo. De acuerdo. Anda, mira, si está el... Pensaba que el molinero estaba durmiendo. Como Teresa también está durmiendo, pues vamos a darle ya el anillo. A ver, molinero.
Good day.
Hay trabajo para carpinteros. ¿Cómo es que habéis acabado? Aquí tengo el anillo.
I have that ring for you.
Excellent. They'll be hopping mad at the baths once they find out. Here's your reward. And don't turn it all into drink.
Vale, lo de los carpinteros
Good luck
se
then.
lo preguntaremos a Teresa cuando volvamos. ¿En serio? Pensé que tiene más trabajo para mí. A ver. ¿Algún trabajo que hacer por aquí?
Any chance of some more work for me?
For you, always. A friend of mine asked me to help him get back some disputed land from his neighbor.
And you've become an officer of the law, is that it?
A likely turn of events. No, I'm pleased to say this is good old-fashioned stealing. There's a deed of sale for that land, not quite in his favor. So it would be a fine thing if it went missing.
Vale, ¿dónde está?
Very well. Where do I need to liberate it from?
From the bailiff himself.
Uf,
Ha! You should see the face you're pulling. I never said it would be easy. The deed is supposed to be at the rat house somewhere, on the table, among the other parchments. You'll need to sneak in and then find it.
I'll manage somehow.
That I don't doubt. And you needn't doubt your reward.
bueno, casi nada. Colarnos en la casa consistorial a robar unos papeles. Pues lo dicho, vamos a tener que alejarnos de Rataje un tiempo, no sea que nos cojan mala fama. De hecho, a ver, aquí en la reputación... Hola, en Skalitz, ¿por qué estamos buscados en Skalitz? No lo entiendo. Campiña 50, soldados 59, sí. No nos llevamos muy bien con los soldados de Rataje. De acuerdo. Ah, espera, que me he olvidado de darle de comer al pobre perro.
That's a good boy. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you.
A ver, ¿qué
You'll
tenemos
love this.
para ti de comida? Vale, aún me queda venado, así que... Y Henry, como está de alimento, necesita comer también. Pues... comida, me voy a tomar una de las salchichas. Y... a ver, vino me da 15. 15 me voy a pasar. Vino barato me da 10, aunque me baja la energía. Y la cerveza, ¿cuánto me da? Vale, me voy a tomar la cerveza. Y de hecho... ah, mira, he subido un nivel en bebida. A ver, por aquí tenemos muchas cosas que a lo mejor podemos dejar en el caballo. La poción de amor, de momento no creo que sea muy útil. Canción de cuna... juguetero, ¿qué es esto? Tus músculos se atrofian y pierdes el control. Todo el cuerpo se entumece. Vale. Esta es más para echar en un caldero para los enemigos. Vale, creo que el vino también lo voy a dejar en el caballo. Y de hecho, a ver, con pinches... a ver si ahora puedo ya calzarme esta cota de malla. Sí, no excedo del peso. Así que ahora podemos ir tope protegidos. Vale, veo que las flechas a lo mejor podría dejar algunas. Y me equipo también con el escudo. Vale, pues ahora sí. Rumbo al Edenco. ¿Qué hora es? Las 8 de la mañana, vale. Espero que la gente ya esté en circulación y podamos encontrar pistas sobre nuestro bandido. Vale, ahora que ya me he alejado de Rataje, me ha desaparecido esa... arriba a la izquierda había la señal de que me estaban buscando para ponerme una multa. Pero bueno, ya ha desaparecido. A ver si la próxima vez que volvamos pues ya nadie se acuerda del tema. Y podemos escaquearnos. Veamos, la Edenco está ahí abajo, al lado del río. Así que tenemos que encontrar el camino de bajada que está por aquí. A ver, creo que por aquí me aparece una señal de misión. A ver. Vamos a mirar por aquí a ver si alguien tiene pistas del bandido y de paso ver qué es esa misión. Parece que me indica el herrero. Veamos.
My respects to you.
Hediondo, vale. Hediondo es el que estamos buscando, el tipo
I'm
que
looking
estamos
for a fellow
buscando.
called Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hinek? He's the tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find him?
I don't know. Tried his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
Vale, o sea, le llaman hediondo porque es hijo de los curtidores y el trabajo de curtidor es muy apestoso. A ver,
So you know
si
this
nos
Hinek?
puede...
Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners. And that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about him.
Vale, como
What can you
su
tell me
padre.
about the old courier?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why do they call Hinek Riki anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough, but not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Well, Hinnick's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
A ver, ¿cómo se ha
Why
ganado
has he
una
got such a bad
reputación
name?
tan mala?
Well, like his own man. He doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Rataje for thieving. And in Neuhof he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
Vale, tenemos una nueva pista, Adela. A ver qué misión
Is
nos
something
pide.
troubling you?
I wouldn't say it's troubling me exactly, my boy, but I've heard talk about the Sasso blacksmith and I'm losing sleep over.
What talk might that be?
They say they've heard him chanting when he tempers steel, and that nothing of his ever breaks.
Using spells to strengthen steel? That sounds like old wives' tales to me.
That's what they say. They say he's always muttering something, and if anyone catches him at it, he stops at once and gives them dirty looks.
Maybe he's just praying.
Well, he's getting help of some sort, whether it's prayers or something less holy.
Well, if it's troubling you, go and have a look for yourself.
Easy for you to say. I have too much work to do. And anyway, I can't just turn up asking questions. He wouldn't tell me anything.
Vale, o sea, tenemos que ir a espiar al herrero de
And,
Sázava.
how could I help with that?
Simple
No
enough.
creo.
Go there and find out if there's any grain of truth in it.
I suppose asking costs nothing.
Just don't ask him outright about any sorcery.
Don't worry, I'm not that daft.
Good, good. And don't worry. You won't be the poorer for it. Once you find out what's what, I'll find a way to recompense you.
Muy bien.
All right. I'll go and see if there's anything to the stories.
Good. But be subtle about it. Don't go embarrassing yourself. Or me. May the Lord watch over you.
Vamos a ver, que tenemos más tareas por hacer. Vale, aquí me están diciendo las cosas del herrero de Sázava, pero las que me interesan son las de Hediondo. Seguir el rastro de Hediondo. Hablar con la moza de la casa de baños. Mira, aquí están los perros divirtiéndose entre ellos. Veamos. Curtidor, vale, perfecto. Justo con quien necesitábamos hablar.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
I'm
Hediondo.
looking for a fellow called Riki. Have you ever heard of him?
Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinek.
Ah, you wouldn't happen to know where he is, would you?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Soy el enviado de Sir Ratchet, no creo que sea buena idea. Vamos a hacer esta.
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
But this time his neck's on the block. He got mixed up with some very dangerous people. I have to find him.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Hynek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you.
El escondite.
Don't you have any clue at all where his hideout could be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
A ver.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away.
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
Vale, tenemos otra pista.
What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear to God Almighty, I've said all I know. Hynek never told me nothing.
Vale, no se altere. Vamos a ser
I know he didn't talk
educados.
to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
De acuerdo.
Go. And if he's really in as much...
Vale, tenemos que hablar con el posadero.
Yeah.
Ah, y con la chica de la casa de baños, es verdad. Pues creo que nos pilla antes la casa de baños. Veamos. Tenemos que buscar a Adela. Esta es Madame, no. A ver, ¿será esta? Es esta.
Jesus!
What?
God save. How may I help you? Good night.
Hediondo.
I heard you've been seeing Hynek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
No.
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hynek, so I came to ask you about him.
Aye, I've seen him often enough. I don't know what I could tell you about him.
A ver, ¿dónde
Where
está?
can I find Hynek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
No sé por qué.
He goes to the woods from time to time. That smells fishy to me.
What do you mean? There's no law against it, is there?
With all the footpads, looters, cumans, and God knows what other vermin around, it's not the sort of thing an honest man would do.
But Hynek doesn't have anything to do with those people.
Oh, really? Then what does he do there? I don't imagine he's gathering mushrooms.
Mushrooms? No. More like hares or other game.
So Hynek is a
Vale.
poacher?
Sí,
That's no
exacto.
surprise.
Well,
Es un
he was
furtivo.
never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about?
He said he has some hideout in the woods, but he didn't tell me where.
A ver,
When did you
¿cuándo lo
last see him?
visteis?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Vale. ¿Qué dijo esa tarde?
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died.
Vale, el Lubosh es el de Uz,
That he was
que
regretting
sí,
he
está
ever got
muerto.
into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
It came from over
A ver,
there.
dime
What did he
más.
say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did he say to
Interesante.
that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
A ver,
Did you
¿habéis
go there for a
buscado?
look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand.
Answer me.
A ver, ¿dónde
Did he
está
tell you exactly
escondido?
where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding, in the western corner.
All right, thank you.
Vale, esquina de poniente es la oeste. A ver, ¿qué más? Esto es un poco fuerte, ¿no? Preguntárselo. A ver, el
I
escondite.
found out that Hinek goes poaching in the woods and he's got a hideout there. What do you know about it? Don't worry. Hinek has much bigger problems than being caught poaching. And you're not involved in it anyway, are you?
No, I'm not. It's true he used to go hunting in the woods sometimes. When he came back, he'd usually come to me. That's all.
A ver,
How did you know he'd been to the woods?
explícame cosas.
He always
Que me
talks
quede
about what he
claro.
caught, and he never came to me at other times. Probably didn't have the money for it.
Bueno, a quién le
Do you
vendía
know
la
who he
carne
sold
ya
it
lo
to?
sabemos, que es al
He
posadero.
never told me straight up. But who could he sell it to? The innkeeper, I reckon. It makes sense.
For sure.
¿Y en qué dirección
Do you know
partía?
what
Eso
route
sí
he
puede
took?
ser
At least the
interesante.
general direction. Anything that could help me find his hideout.
I think he usually went through the woodcutter's camp, because he always brought me freshly chopped firewood, and he had wood chips on his boots.
Good. So at least I know where to start.
El campamento de los leñadores puede ser el que hay antes de la arboleda de Branik. Podría ser. Vale, a ver, creo que ya lo tenemos todo. Nos falta el posadero. Vamos a ver. Posadero, posadero. Vale, ahí tenemos al posadero.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
A ver,
I
Hediondo.
want to ask about the courier's son, Hinek.
But ask someone else. They have nothing to do with Breaky. He'd only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
¿Qué hacemos? ¿Nos ponemos agresivos? Por una vez.
I've no time for this. I have to find Hinek and you're going to help me.
Am I now? Even if I did know, why the hell would I help you?
This is a nice alehouse you have here. It'd be a shame if anything happened to it.
Are you threatening me?
What do you think? So are you going to talk, or do I have to beat it out of you?
Fine. Let's get to the point then.
He perdido reputación, qué
There's a
putada.
will, there's a way.
I did some deals with Ricky, but I swear to God, I don't know where he is.
A ver, el escondite.
I hear Hinak has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is, I don't know where it is at all.
But
I happen to know it's a dark place, a cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know that?
Whenever Ricky was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so we had to have a light for that.
A ver, ¿dónde está
And do you know of any
las
mine
minas?
shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs. And I heard there's one shaft on the headlands close to the water.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Vale.
Watch you don't break your neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall down a shaft. I'll be with you.
Vale, tenemos 3 minas para buscar. Cueva en las colinas del Edenco. Buscar... A ver, ¿qué otra cosa nos han dicho? 2 pozos mineros. Buscar la reserva de Hediondo. Bueno, esto podemos hacerlo más tarde. Buscar el pozo abandonado en el margen izquierda del río Sazaba. Ah, es verdad, teníamos que preguntarle igualmente a los leñadores, ¿no? Los leñadores me pone que están hacia allí. Veamos. Creo, sí, Rataje está allí. Se ve el castillo. Vale, estamos en el margen izquierdo del río. Así que por aquí también debería haber una de las minas que nos han pedido buscar. Veamos. ¿Dónde estarán estos leñadores? Lugar interesante, ¿dónde? Vale, destilería ilegal, qué raro. Se guarda aquí en el agua para que se enfríe. A ver. Ah, me he quedado atascado. Ahora. Qué raro, no veo ningún campamento de leñador. Y tampoco veo ningún camino por el que avanzar hacia el norte, que es donde indica que están. No sé, creo que me estoy desviando demasiado. Veamos si encontramos algún camino, aunque sea pequeño. Porque subir solo a través del río, no sé si es muy muy seguro. Veamos. Por aquí no puedo pasar. Vale, tiene que haber otro acceso, supongo. ¿Esto es un camino o qué es? No, no tiene pinta de camino. Vale, si no tendremos que ir por el camino que sale hacia el norte desde el elenco. Veamos. Vale, volvemos al punto de partida. Y a ver si este camino nos lleva... Oh, ¿campamento? ¿Dónde? ¿Se refiere a eso? ¿Desde cuándo es esto un campamento? Aquí no hay nada, solo hay este baúl. A ver si hay algo útil. No, no hay nada. Pues perfecto. Esto no es un camino, es un huerto. Vale, pues nada. En principio creo que el camino que va hacia el norte... Ah, no, esto es el riachuelo. No, me quedaba atascado. A ver si podemos subir por aquí y engancharnos con el camino. No creo que pueda pasar por aquí. No. Vale, tenemos que salir de aquí ahora. Vale, ahora sí, rumbo norte. Y a ver cuándo podemos torcer hacia el este para ir al campamento y a la mina que nos han dicho. Bueno, una de las minas que nos han dicho. Ok, de momento seguimos en la buena dirección. Otro nivel de equitación que subimos. Vale, veamos. Vale, parece que se nos empieza a poner de cara. Vale, aquí hay una casa destruida, pero... ¿Qué hace esa...? Voy a ponerme las protecciones por si las moscas. A ver, ¿qué hace esa mujer aquí? Era una emboscada, qué hijos de perra. Lo siento, perrito. Bueno, son bastante mindundis, así que creo que podemos vencerles fácilmente. Joder. Pero no te centres en el perro, tío. Ahora.
Oh dear, that hurt. I'll chop you to pieces, you rat. Oh, and again. Bring it on.
Vale, uno fuera. ¡Ah! Mierda, me he quedado sin energía.
What's the matter? Fuck it! Dear God! You're...
Bueno. Bandidos neutralizados. La verdad es que nos hacía falta una buena pelea. Estaba un poco aburrido ya de tanto diálogo. A ver, ¿qué tiene? Unos pocos grunchens, pero nada que valga la pena. Oh. No me jodas, tío. A ver. Cago en su madre. Ahora. Que venís a tocarme las narices. No. Mierda, 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 mierda. Quita, quita.
Giving up already?
¿En serio, tío? ¿Los perritos de los huevos? Joder. Tío, ¿en serio? Tío, venga ya. ¿Pero qué coño les pasa, tío? Dejadme en paz. Pero déjame en paz, tío. ¿Pero cómo puede ser? Bueno, menos mal, parece que se acabó. Tío, se han puesto pesados, ¿eh? ¡Hala! A tomar por culo. Cimitarra. A ver, voy a tomarme una poción de caléndula que me han dejado bastante tocado. A ver, ¿qué tiene? Cáliz, guay, grunchens, siempre vienen bien. Ah, mira, poción de caléndula, guantes y el resto no vale nada. A ver, por aquí. Grunchens y nada que merezca la pena. Guantes de cazador sí. Ah, bueno, esa hacha no valía nada. No era necesario haberla cogido. Todo esto son bandidos de poca monta. A ver. Lo que me sabe mal es tener que matar a los perretes. Pobrecitos. No es su culpa que los obliguen a cometer... bueno. Agilidad 9. Hacha de carpintero 5. Esta hacha nada. Esta hacha no vale una mierda. Vale, esto por aquí. Que hemos robado guantes de cazador. Todos se van al caballo. Y ya está, tenemos 1600. Vale, pues creo que podemos dejar el vídeo aquí. Seguimos buscando a Hediondo. Y bueno, al menos ha estado bien meternos en un combate. Creo que ya hacía falta dar un poco de caña. Pero bueno, no hemos llegado a donde quería, que era ver a los leñadores y a ver si encontramos alguna pista en una de las minas que nos han comentado. Pero bueno, seguimos desde aquí en el próximo vídeo. Así que, hasta entonces.